The associate postgame press conference with head coach Todd Hoffner and players Gabe, Hagen, and Goettl. We'll begin with a statement from coach, and we'll open it up to questions.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate all the fans coming out, all the support, tailgating, right? The 2014 team, it was great to see some of those guys and to honor them at halftime. That was truly a joy, right? Big snapshots from the game, up at half, right? And they kind of took care of business in the second half. I think some of the keys to the game, at one point in time, they were 7 of 8 on third down in the first half, converting almost every time that they had opportunities. We, on offense, did not put a lot of points on the board. We got a touchdown and a field goal, right? We're up 9-7 at half. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Probably should have taken the win instead of going for the scoreboard in the fourth. You know, that game was, for all intents and purposes, was over in the fourth. They definitely took care of business in the third. So, you know, as a head football coach, you know, you can always look back and think of this, that, the other thing that you should have done, could have done, would have done to maybe help the team. But obviously, we hung with them for a while. Last year, we struggled twice against them, and for all intents and purposes, it looked like we had closed some gap and some ground on them, right? But at the end of the day, that last 30 minutes felt like last year when we played them. So, you know, hats off to them. They did a lot of things really well. I thought defensively we came up big in the first half. I think we ended up getting a turnover on downs, forcing a field goal, right? And, you know, we kept their scores down for that many third downs converted. I thought, you know, holding them to 7 at half was admirable, right? But, you know, at the end of the day, if we can't stop the run, we gave up 150 yards rushing. We did not even get close to 200 yards rushing, which is our goal. And then, you know, the turnover ratio was not favorable whatsoever. So we lost that battle. And then the score, right, we didn't even get close to 31 points on offense and holding our opponent to under 19. So, you know, when it comes to the big stars of the game, we went over. And, you know, that's a very good football team. There's a reason why they're in first, and nobody else is tied with them in first. So, you know, as a football coach, we've got to pick up the pieces. But some of the things that were huge in the second half, you know, they came out and had a long drive and kicked a field goal to go up 10-9. And then we had interception. They had a short field. They scored a touchdown, so now it's 17-9. We had another interception. They had a short field, and they go up 24-9. And it didn't feel very good at that stage of the game. And then after that, we got the ball again. We're first and goal at the 5, right? Only down 2 scores. First and goal at the 5, and we get stymied and get 0 out of that possession. And the rest was Katie bar the door. And, you know, I thought our guys played hard. I thought some guys did some favorable things. It's tough for both these guys to be up here, I'm sure, in Gabe and Joey. They made some plays along the stretch, but we just want to win, right? And we got close at half. If we could have stopped the game at halftime, I think that would have been a good thing, but that's not how you play football. You got to play 60 minutes, and I feel for these guys, but we're not dead yet. I will tell you that. We're tied for second with everybody else. Probably the whole league, as far as we know, right? But I know that there's at least 4 teams, I think, that are tied for second, maybe 5, with 2 losses. So it's anybody's second place right now. That's all we're fighting for, and we can't worry about Augustana anymore. They did what they had to do. They won on the road, right? And so for us, we got to pick up the pieces, right? And nobody feels sorry for Minnesota State. So we have to be better. as a head football coach, you got to do a better job of putting your players in a better position to make plays and win football games. So this is on us and me as a coach. We've got to be better, and we've got to find our identity real quick.
Do you feel like when you did get to half, because they had a big statistical advantage, when you get to the halftime meeting, you feel like you will get this all worked out, you're in a pretty good position, or did you feel like it wasn't quite that easy?
Yeah, I felt like we could hang with them because we had done that, and we did some admirable things on defense, right, with the stops and negating points, and the game was close. So, I was hoping just like the second quarter, right, that's when we scored all our points, that we could do that again in the fourth, right? But, man, I think that, hindsight's 20/20, but, yeah, I mean, they continued their statistical advantage, right? But we can't turn the ball over, and we had done so well prior to that point in the second half. But to turn it over that much and short fields and having the defense trying to defend them, that's a pretty tall order to fill when your back's against the wall. But we always tell our defense, we don't care where they put the ball down, we've got to defend it. So. We've got to be better on all phases of the game, kicking, game, offense, and defense.
You're able to keep them off the board there a couple of times in the second quarter. Do you feel like things will get better in the second half, that maybe you guys have figured out a few things with their offense?
I mean, for us, it's all about just keeping the same mindset that we had in the first half. It's just you can't get comfortable with what you have because at halftime it's like it's 0-0. So just got to stay strong as a defense, look toward one another and get that energy off of one another and continue to try and play fast as a defense as a whole to continue and try to stop the offense that we're going against. So the biggest point for us is just not getting to that comfortable stage of like things are easy because nothing's easy and we gotta earn what we can get and I think just staying together and sticking together strong as a defense is what we got to do. So.
Is it kind of tough that it's Augustana again?
Doesn't matter who it is. Don't want to lose. We hate to lose. Want to win. We want to win as a team. We're here to win championships. We're here to move on to the playoffs. We're here to win a national championship. Doesn't matter who we're playing. It's we want to be 1-0 on that day at that time on that field against whoever we're playing. So.
Gabe, this is kind of where it all went sideways last year. So how do you guys think you're gonna handle this? As one of the team leaders, is there anything you're thinking right now to make sure it doesn't go sideways again?
I think we're good. We have a great leadership team, and I think we're all just going to pick up the pieces like Coach said, and we're going to finish the season out strong, going 1-0 every week, and we're going to make it to the playoffs, and hopefully we'll make it all the way.
It just seemed like offensively everything was such a grind today. Every yard was just a battle. And did it seem like you guys weren't able to get any kind of momentum or flow going to the offense?
Yeah, it was tough. We kept on having a couple hiccups then and there that just kept killing us. But, I mean, they were a great defense. But we just got to give our defense a longer break. We can't go 3 and out. We got to get less turnovers. And we just got to score in the red zone. That's the biggest thing.
Joe, how do you play in the third down conversions? A couple were fairly long and just enough to go get off the field.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we just have to, like I said before, just stand strong. I mean, we can't. It doesn't matter if it's 3rd and forever, 3rd and 3. Like we're out there for a reason. We're playing defense for the Mavericks for a reason. Like it doesn't matter where we are on the field. We need to stop them and get off the field, and then give our offense a chance to go down and score. So, I mean, like what Coach said before, like sometimes we get put on the short side of the field, but at the end of the day, we're going out there to stop the offense, and we got to stay strong and just be the Maverick defense that we are.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, appreciate the coverage.